Hello there, this is my running blog for the, don't even know what date it is, 27th of October 2008. I just ran 4 laps around Brockwell Park. It was pretty easy, although part of the way through I had that little nagging feeling in my ankle which didn't feel too clever. So I'm going to see if I regret that, because I did another lap as soon as I did that. But the clocks have gone back. The leaves are really turning in the park now. There's a lot of crunching going on as I run. Everyone else is wrapped up, and it's certainly getting colder. And because the clocks have gone back, it's darker earlier as well. So I apologise for the bad light and everything like that when I'm sort of reading this. So it's all a bit sort of, the picture is obviously a bit more jumpy. But yeah, other than that, it was beautiful. It was a lovely run. Quite hypnotic. I love twilight. It's kind of my favourite time of the day, and that was just coming on. Twilight is my favourite time of the day, and actually autumn is my favourite season. I love the transience, the impermanence, being reminded of my own mortality and all that malarkey. But I had a wonderful run, and I listened to I'm listening to philosophy podcasts as I run at the moment. My last run, which I wrote a blog about rather than doing a video blog, I listened to one about whether bacteria are conscious, and today I listened to one about Eastern philosophy, Karl Popper and his political theory, and the other one I listened to was about if we have can we objectively say whether something is a good work of art or not, which is interesting. The first sort of description I heard was one about Andy Warhol, like what stops a normal Brillo pad box being a work of art, but an Andy Warhol Brillo pad box being a work of art. You know, what makes that so valuable and so appreciated. And then they had some bloke, I can't remember his name, but he was an idiot, because he said that there was something invisible. The qualitative difference was invisible. It was something that we felt, but it was something that we couldn't describe. He could have meant that in a certain way, but I think that this just pretty, the idea was pretty simple. That is that one, firstly, that there is a little bit of aesthetic value to a Brillo pad box. It's designed so it can sell in a certain way, that it has a considered judgment, an aesthetic judgment to its design, so that can be taken in. But what it is it's amplified in a gallery. When it's put in a gallery by Warhol, he's making a statement about our culture. By changing where he's put it, he's changed the intrinsic meaning of it. Why is the meaning changed? Because people are coming at it in a completely different way. So you come at a Brillo pad box and you're in a store, you see it on a shelf, and you're just confronted, yes, by the design, obviously it's eye-catching or whatever, so it draws your attention to it, but you're drawn to the utilitarian value of that Brillo pad box, its very function. Now you approach it in an art gallery and it's demanded to be taken differently. The observer has prepared themselves to observe this Brillo pad box in a completely different way, because they have made a journey to an art gallery, they have walked through the doors of an art gallery, they have seen the artworks within the gallery, they have gone through the pre-art gallery or the pre-art viewing rituals in order to appreciate the work of art. So I'd say that actually the difference between the Brillo pad box on a shelf in a Tesco and the Brillo pad box by Andy Warhol in a gallery is ritualistic. The meaning is brought to it by people. It doesn't have to be invisible anywhere at all. It's a social phenomenon. And it's sort of the same for the silence that exists between a pianist lifting up a piano lid in a John Cage composition and then putting it down 4 minutes and 22 seconds later, and a random 4 minutes and 22 seconds of silence, which is different to a few hours silence in a Buddhist monastery and so on. Anyway, that's one of the things I was thinking about when I was running today. I had a good run. No dogs attacked me. Everyone was cool. Everything was cool. I didn't have any contests with other runners. I really enjoy this season. I love running in the cold. I don't have to wear jogging bottoms or anything like that at all at any point during the season. I think I could have ran 5 laps, but really I think I was taking my chances running 4 after my ankle started playing up in the 3rd lap, and now I'm going to see later on if I've got a giant swelling. Maybe I should just have my shower now, because I pen and ink, and then I'll get on with the things. Oh yeah, and I'm going to be interviewed on Resonance FM tonight at 11 o'clock if anyone is feeling like they don't want to go to bed at that time and they want to listen to me waffling nonsense. Just 104.4 FM if you're in London, resonancefm.com or .co.uk if you're outside of London. But that was it. That was my run for today. I ran 4 laps. That's 7.5 miles. 7.5 miles this week so far. And because I wrote about my run last time in my blog, which is dramosus.blogger.com, in that one I also ran 7.5 miles, which made a weekly total of 28.3 miles for that week. So I might beat that, I might not. I'm not pressuring myself this week. Anyway, got stuff to get on with. Have a good one.